So I was in running the corporate ladder, running up the corporate ladder for the past 15 years, and I always thought and wanted to start my own thing, even though I was having a good amount of success in the corporate kind of ladder climbing um, rat race, I guess you could call it. But because I was having that success, what had happened is I also had a family, and so I have four boys and a wife, and so there came a period where it becomes even more difficult to venture off and start your own thing. And so, what I would say is if you're going to do something, if you think entrepreneurship is an exciting possibility for you, the younger you start jumping into it, the fewer of those additional responsibilities you have on your shoulders, which just gives you more flexibility to go and give it a shot. So that's my first point. Now the second one is, and this is coming a lot from my man Jordan Peterson. He talks about, you're scared, people are scared to leave their job or go and do something new, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. In fact, if I'm hopefully not misquoting, he said you should be scared because there's a lot of risk that's involved with it. And so I think a lot of people feel like you just have to jump into that next thing. And I can tell you that, I had a realization that I was for sure not going to continue doing what I was doing 2 years before. And I had had the thought many years ahead of this time, but at least 2 years before I actually made the move, did I begin laying the groundwork of what would be needed for me to go and do that. And the hard part was it was challenging because I needed to have quite a bit of money to just maintain uh, the day-to-day and month-to-month life and living for my family while I went and pursued something different, and also would be giving up all the salary, all the benefits, and all those things. So I had the realization. It took 2 years and a little bit of luck to get myself into a situation to fully commit. But then even when I knew what the business would be, which is this multifamily investing and syndication, even when I knew what that was going to be, it's now been, I've been full time for 6 months on my own, but I'd started, really looking at that even part time a year in advance. And I'm now looking at next year, thinking about how we're going to grow the business, what needs to be invested to really deliver for our investors, to really find great properties, to really build out the portfolio. We're going to have to bring on qualified people to help with the process, maybe part-time contractors, that type of thing. But if we really want to scale to where I want to go, then I'm probably looking at another year of taking nothing for myself and directly just focusing on investors and building the company up to be strong. So when I'm going and making this plan, by the end of this process, it'll have taken 4 or 5 years. And I think it's okay to be scared because it'll force you to think about what needs to be done in preparation, what skills do you need to build, where are you lacking knowledge, and then going at it hard from there. And you will need a little bit of luck, but I think if you're really focused singularly on what you want to get done, then you'll have a great opportunity to do it. So let's take that to heart. All right, boys, more to come.